Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello everybody and welcome back to Euro Truck Simulator 2. Today we already have a load and we already have a destination. So let's go ahead and look over that real quick. We are hauling a wind turbine thing. It's just like the thing that all the propellers clamp onto and whatnot. And we are going to be heading into the UK. I'm hitting buttons I shouldn't be hitting. What am I doing? We are going to be heading into the UK. So it's been a long time since we've been in the UK. So let's go ahead and head over there. We are going to have the beacon running just so I can have the GPS on the screen. But it works out because this load is actually pretty big, so it is what it is. So we're currently in Norway. We have to drive into Denmark, or we have to take a ferry from Norway to Denmark, drive through Denmark a little bit, and then take a ferry from Denmark into England. And yeah, it's going to be a pretty fun trip. Should get a couple episodes out of it, so it's going to be a while. As you can see also, by the way, I have changed up the truck a little bit. So I'm now on an all-white skin, or just paint, I guess. And I decided to get rid of the all-black. And I changed up the dash, so we have the wood dash instead of the chrome brushed aluminum. There's too many. I'm going. There's way too many cars. I know I'm supposed to wait, but there was just a huge line. So we also no longer have the lift axle. I didn't think it was necessary. We didn't ever use it. There was no point. So we got rid of it. Made the truck a little bit lighter, made the fuel tanks a little bit bigger too, which was nice, which reminds me, let's look at our fuel. How are we doing on it? We're doing fine. So it's going to be about like 800 kilometers on ground, and I think we're doing about 1,000 by ferry, which is fine. So it's going to be a pretty nice run. This is a relatively heavy load. It's about 20 tons, I believe. So it's pretty interesting, and I figured we haven't gone into the UK in a really, really long time, so let's go ahead and go in there and let's drive on the wrong side of the road and get frustrated because we don't know how to drive on that side, and we don't know how to do, whoa, airplane, we don't know how to do roundabouts. So yeah. So yeah, it is what it is. I'm pretty excited. We haven't been in England in a very, 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 very long time. I'm starting to get away from the Scandinavia DLC. I do like it, and it's a lot of fun. Like, I was making a right-hand turn, so I'm going to take advantage of it. I do like it, and it's a lot of fun, but I've been here a lot, and I think I kind of want to start getting back into just Europe, starting to go other places. And we haven't been to England in a very long time, so we'll head on over there and see how it is. Be reminded of why I don't like it. Okay. Now hang on a second. Am I supposed to go down or am I supposed to enter here? I say we go here. Okay, what is that there? No, that's not what we need. Yeah, I'm gonna enter this. This looks like the entrance here. I think the Norway one is always really strange. Yeah. Oh no, there's barriers. Oh, shoot. Oh, here we go. That sign says trucks. This is going to be highly illegal, but I don't have much of a choice. Don't mind this. Don't mind this. All fine. It's all good. Perks of being owner-operator. Ooh, why is the truck tipping so much? Okay. Good thing it's not like a super crazy expensive thing that we're hauling. All right, so which way am I supposed to go now? Trucks. Okay, here we go. God, it's hard to see these signs. Right? Or that's like vans. We might be considered a truck or a van or whatever. This one is very confusing. Well, what the heck is that? It's a huge tube. I don't know. Okay, let's find this freaking... Oh, is that it? What is that? That's like a thing that we don't need. Yeah, okay. So we gotta drive onto the ferry. Okay, that's pretty cool. Freaking one little fence thing there. Watch out for that. All right, we are here. My God, that was a lot more complicated than it needed to be. Okay, let's go ahead and get the truck parking brake, put it in neutral, shut it off, make sure that we got the parking lights running. Real quick, let's check the map just to double check where we need to go. So it looks like we need to go to that place. Again, I don't attempt to pronounce the names, just not disconnecting the trailer. We want to do this one. All right, there we go. I always double check just because, you know, you can go to the wrong one. It's pretty easy. But I never attempt to pronounce the names. I know I can't pronounce them, and I know I'm just going to butcher them, so I don't even bother. So, let's go ahead and get rolling. So, we got to do quite a bit of ways in Norway, or we're in Denmark now. And we got to do quite a bit of driving in Denmark to get to another ferry to then take it over to England. So, but yeah, I've changed up the truck a little bit, just kind of trying to keep things fresh, you know, driving the same truck all the time, seeing the same black hood kind of gets old after a little while. And I really like this truck. I don't want to change it, but, you know, just trying to update it. Also, we get a little bit more fuel capabilities with dropping that axle, no longer having that third axle that we were just doing nothing with. So, yeah, we're doing good. I went ahead and actually ordered today the box for the shifter because I actually had a lot of you guys when I mentioned that if I get that $45 box, it won't even allow me to use the buttons. I didn't read close enough on that listing, which I should have done. That was a major noob thing, but if you plug it into a computer instead of plugging it into the wheel and then the wheel into the computer, so instead of having a bypass, and if you just plug it straight into the computer and not into the wheel, then you can use the buttons as well as all the shift gears. So I didn't realize that. Please stop. I didn't realize that, and so a lot of you were like, nope, you can use it. So I went ahead and ordered it, especially with all the stuff on American Truck Sim coming out recently, and you know the fact that they want to get it out this year. We'll see if it's going to be possible. There's the date of November 25th kind of floating around there on the internet. So, and this is apparently from what people are saying that they saw at Gamescom. So, not that that's the official. I still don't know if that's the official date, but it's a pretty good one to kind of hold on to. So, now that we kind of have a possible date, and I know I watched a couple interviews from Gamescom, and they said that they do want to try to get it out this year. Again, if it's not ready, it's not ready. They're not going to release it, but they would like to get it out in 2015. So I figured with all the news coming out on it, should go ahead, get that box so I can work all the kinks out in ETS 2. So then when ATS comes out, I can just be ready and know everything about this little box that I need to know and not have any issues. So that is the plan. So I don't know when that's going to get here. It'll get here eventually. I'm not too worried about it. It'll get here when it gets here, but it's going to be super nice having a shifter again. Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty awesome. Looking forward to that. Got a couple other deliveries happening in real world. Like tomorrow, I am getting two packages. New headlights and new taillight housings for the Crown Vic. Headlight and taillight housings. The headlights are just old and they're faded and, you know, starting to kind of yellow and oxidize, and they just don't look very good. And instead of spending $20, $25 on a headlight restoration kit that honestly won't do what I want it to do, I've used those in the past and they're never the best. So instead of spending $20, $25 on that, I spent $45 and I got a pair of brand new ones. Yeah, they're not OEM from Ford, but they're basic headlights. They're, you know, they do the part. If you want an OEM from Ford, you're looking like $80 for one. And I was like, just to have a little Ford logo on it? No, thank you. And then the tail lights I'm replacing those. They look fine on the outside, but on the inside, on my driver's side, there was actually a strobe, and an old style strobe, the old style gas strobe from 2008. You know, kind of when strobes, they weren't starting around then, but they, you know, it's a pretty old style. Strobe technology is increased quite a bit in the past couple years, but in 2008, there was a strobe in there, and it was a really old strobe, and the really old strobes got super, super hot. That was a big problem with the old ones, and it actually melted itself out of the housing. So I have this massive melt, line where you can actually see where it was screwed in, and this huge gash on the back end of the tail light that goes all the way down to the bottom, and it just the whole strobe melted itself out of the housing. So now when you're behind me and I hit my brakes, my driver's side tail light is a little bit dimmer than the passenger, and my buddy was telling me about that when driving behind me one day, and I was like, oh, well, I'll replace the bulbs. Maybe one of the bulbs was out. Well, I took the housing out and I saw that and went, yeah, that's not a bulb. So, oh God, these trucks just got in a wreck. Oh my God, they were like two rams in a field trying to settle like a mating call. They just slammed into each other. That was amazing. Oh my, and then he went straight. Why was he like angled? I don't even know. None of my business. Getting out of there. Wow, I added that mirror over there, and it's done nothing. Wow, okay. Well, that was stupid. I'll probably take that off. So, I ordered new ones just because by the way, you would think, well, how do I know that it was a strobe? How do I know that it was from 2008? And I also know that it was a Wayland strobe. Well, because I replaced the bulbs anyway, and I was like, well, I'll get the housings, but I just replaced every single bulb in the car just because it's nice to know that they're all working, they're all new, and, then okay, well, in like June of 2015 was when all the bulbs were replaced. So I went ahead and just replaced all of them, but when I was taking off the passenger side one, the strobe was actually still in there. They literally just clipped the wires and left the strobe in there. So it was a like Wayland strobe, and it was dated, 2008 and all this sort of stuff. And that's why I was able to tell that it was a little gas strobe, because of how old it was. You can just look at it and go, wow, that's a really old style strobe. So went ahead and just took that strobe out, which did leave a little hole on the back end of the housing. So I just ordered a pair of new taillight housings, and those were actually super cheap too. $51 for a set. So altogether I paid like probably $96, and then free shipping and then tax. So probably about $105, maybe $110 altogether, and got brand new headlight and taillight housings. That's not bad. That's really not bad. So I should be getting those, installing those on the Crown Vic sometime soon, hopefully. I also ordered some splash guards for the kind of like, I guess, bumper, rear bumper, front bumper, not front bumper, but rear bumper and front like quarter panel, I guess. Just because this winter in California, they're predicting it's going to be El Nino, and El Nino means a ton of rain. They're saying it's going to rain a ton, and because my car is not, I wouldn't consider it freshly vinyled, but it's still relatively new. Let's speed up here. We're going pretty slow. Put the pedal down, and I don't see, there's not going to be speed cameras out here unless this idiot's going to pull out in front of me. So they are the El Nino is gonna dump a ton of rain in California, which is good. That's exactly what we need. But just because I have the vinyl, and I know the way the rear bumper is on a Crown Vic, it really sort of curves inward past the rear tire, so a lot of dirt and debris flies up on there, and it even flies up on there in the really dry conditions California has been having for quite some time. I can't see a thing right now. I figured once it starts raining and it's pouring down a ton, it's just going to get so bad. So to help just kind of protect my vinyl from rock chips and, debris and just a bunch of gunk flying up on the vinyl, I bought some splash guards. They're not mud guards, because I believe the difference is mud guards kind of hang. Mud guards are, rubber, and they hang, and they're their own sort of independent thing. Splash guards are like plastic pieces that kind of just sit there. So I didn't get mud guards, but I got splash guards. So it's just going to help keep just stuff off the vinyl. I don't know how it's going to look. It definitely might. It's definitely not going to be a thing I'm going to run all year around. Once it stops raining, I'm probably going to take them off. Just because I don't know how well they're going to look on the car. I don't know if they're going to, you know, they might just get to the point where if you're looking at them, you'll notice them. But if you don't look for them, you probably won't notice them, which is what I'm kind of hoping. Oh, good God. I didn't see that at all. I was not looking at the GPS, and I can't. The sun is so freaking in my face. I could not see that. Oh, we almost died. Wow. Oh, God, that was scary. So, anyway, Jesus, I need to take a breather. Man. But yeah, so they're not going to be something that I'm going to leave on year-round, but when it's really coming down, really raining, I'm going to put them on. So I'm hoping they kind of just blend in. They don't really stand out too much. They're black, so they shouldn't, with the black car, they shouldn't really, you know, be too conflicting. So I kind of just want them to just, they're for a purpose, not so much looks. I have some on the Miata, and they're a little bit both. They're a little bit for a purpose, and they're also a little bit for looks. So we'll see. We'll see how they turn out. So just doing a little bit of things to the Crown Vic, you know, here and there. I haven't done much to it. I mean, besides the vinyl, but other than that, like I put brakes on it and that was it. Brakes, like bulbs and vinyl. And that's pretty much all I've done to the car. So I just kind of want to get things a little bit, oh, and window tint, but I just want to start, you know, fixing the little bit of things that are wrong. And yeah, like I said, the headlight restoration kits, they just don't work. They just don't work. And I've seen people put, you know, like toothpaste and all that sort of thing, and I've seen that works, but oh God, there's somebody riding a bike. That was amazing. I don't think I've ever seen anybody riding a bike. That was actually really cool. So I've seen that there's another person. I've seen that the toothpaste and like, you know, a Dremel and like really getting in there and like spending a good amount of time. I've seen that works, but it's just it's just a lot of work. And if the headlights were expensive, yeah, absolutely. If the headlights were, you know, $120 a piece or something like that, yeah, sure. But they were literally $45 for a set, and I was like, you know what? That's pretty cheap for headlights. So just decided to get them. Speeding, god damn it. So I just decided to get them. You know, it is what it is. It's just gonna look so much better. Those new headlights are gonna look really nice. So, all right, gotta make a left-hand turn here. Also, when I get a little, well, I have a pretty good amount of money in game. This is back to ETS 2. I'm thinking I'm gonna buy another garage and start hiring more drivers, because right now I have 2 garages. I think I'm gonna buy a 3rd garage and start outfitting it with drivers and trucks and whatnot, and trying to expand the company a little bit more to get more money, because it's crazy how much money these drivers bring in. I mean, like, I don't even need to do any work anymore. They literally bring in all the money. It's crazy. So I'm definitely going to keep expanding, just because you can really, and also if you have garages in kind of all different areas around the map, then you can quick travel to all of them. So I have one in Berlin. I have one in Verona, I believe. And then I want to get one in, look at this field, by the way. I'm just ADDing all over the place, but look at this field. We're like in this farmland. I would love to go down that dirt road. That'd be awesome. But yeah, I want to get one like in, maybe not England, but like close. Like somewhere on the shoreline, like Amsterdam or something like that. Just somewhere kind of away from all the others, so I can kind of quick travel all around the map. So that's going to be something that I'm going to be doing. I don't know if I'll leave it in a video or not. I might do it. It's kind of boring. A lot of menu stuff. So we'll see. I'm liking this. Denmark is not bad to drive in. It's just kind of open, and there's like no traffic out here, and the views are nice. Really relaxing, except that roundabout in the middle of nowhere, which I would like to believe I would have seen if the sun wasn't blinding me, which it completely was. Couldn't see a thing. Yeah, look at this place. This place is awesome. Very relaxing. I can't wait for American Truck Sim, because this is what some of the roads, not highways, but some of the roads kind of out in the middle of nowhere do. Like if you're driving around, you know, Nevada or Arizona or California, there's a lot of just kind of flat openness, which is just really nice. Because like Europe, it's just so compact and tight, and the roads are kind of skinny, and we got one of these lights. They need these in the US, which they might have them, but they don't use them where I'm from. Because you have those sign people that hold the stop signs and the yield or the slow, stop and slow signs, and they talk between each other like, all right, switch it now, and blah, blah. And it's like, just get lights that do it automatically. That are on a timer. Yeah, I guess it might be a little bit more efficient, because as I was going through that light, it was starting to turn red, which means I would have just sat there even though nobody was coming the other direction. But you know what you don't have to do? Pay 2 people to stand there and do that all day. You just have to pay that outright price of running that, buying it and running it. So I don't know. It's just, they're pretty cool. I like them. Do we need headlights? I feel like we need headlights. Okay. I cannot wait to have a shifter back. It's going to be so nice. Missing it. I'm missing it so bad. Hopefully that box will get here relatively soon. Couldn't imagine it's going to take too long. But I don't know where it's shipping from, so I don't know. We'll see. I'll keep you guys updated. Maybe, because I kind of do, I've been looking back at my schedule. It seems like I kind of do ETS2s like every other week, which I think kind of works out. So maybe the next time we record, I'll have it. That'll give it like 2 weeks. I mean, that's a pretty decent amount of time. Again, I don't know. I literally just bought it, so I'll wait until I get more, you know, information on that and whatnot. So is what it is. But yeah, so we're pulling into the port now. So we're going to take this all the way over to England, and then we have to kind of cross one side of England to the other, which really isn't that bad. We're 19 out of 26 for that sightseer achievement. But yeah, so we got to take this over to England, and then we got to cross from the east side of England to the west side of England, which shouldn't take too bad. I mean, it shouldn't be too long. England isn't that wide. All right, so we are pulling into the boat right now. Go ahead and do what we normally do. That was okay. So, parking brake, engine off. We're gonna check the map real quick. Don't want to go to the wrong place. We're gonna go to Grimsby, which why do I keep hitting that? I keep disconnecting. Oh, or not. We're gonna go there, I guess. We're gonna go to Hull. Apparently, that's the only place. It takes 19 hours. Wow.